Hello and welcome back to our day 10 of our 30-day SQL challenge. So today we are looking at the count function. This count function is actually a fundamental SQL tool. What does it do? It just quickly counts the number of rows in a database. The count just help you count the number of rows in a database. So let's look at an example, a practical example. For example, we want to count all rows in a table using our Sakila database. Using our Sakila database, we just want to count all the rows that are actually in the table. And which table are we looking at in this Sakila database? We are looking at the film. You could see the film table here. So we want to know the number of rows in that film table. So first of all, we'll use our select, then we'll put this asterisk sign, then we'll use our from keyword, then film. So select count, which is our count function. Select count from film. Let's see what it does. 1000. So there are 1000 rows in this table. Every table is structured in this database management system and is structured into rows and columns. So what I simply did was I want to know the number of rows in this film table. So select, count, and then our sign, which I don't know what you can call it, but the asterisk sign. And then from film, we just ran it and we saw that we have 1000 rows in the film called table. So that is what count helps you to do. It counts all the rows in a table, and we have just seen the example. Now, this is a table. Let's say, for example, you want to count only the non-null values. Now, null values means there is no value, like it's empty. So if I want to say, I want to count, for example, only the non-null values, that is all movies that have a length in minutes, not the ones that don't have a length. I want to calculate all the movies that have length in minutes. How do I do it? You see this film table has columns. What we did the first time is the whole rows in the film, but now this film has columns in it, and inside the columns you could see that we have length. So you could not just use it for table also, but you could use it for individual columns. Let's see it using example. Let's say, for example, I want to select count and then length. We just saw that there is length inside the column in this film table. Length from film. Select count length from film. What does it do? What does this query does? It selects only the rows where the length is not null. That is, it selects only the rows that have values in it. So not null, null, N-U-L-L, not null. So this counts everything, null and not null and all that, not null and null. There's null, there's not null. Null means there's no value, then not null means there's a value in it. So this one actually selects all the rows, either null or not null, inside the table. But for individual column, when you use it on an individual column, it actually counts all the rows that are not null. That means they have values in it. So let's see what it gives us. Select count length. We want to know the rows inside our length column, inside the film table. You could see it still gives us 1000. So that means all the movies have a length. All the movies in the film have a length. So this is how you could use count on a table, count on a column inside the table. So let's say, for example, we are looking at distinct. If you remember, we did distinct yesterday. How can you jointly use it with distinct? So let's select count distinct actor ID. If you have watched the video yesterday, we talked about distinct. Count distinct actor ID. Now we are looking at this actor table, and there's a column called actor ID. This is the actor ID. So select the number of distinct actor ID. This distinct will help us to go do away with duplicates. So it's only distinct actor ID that is going to count, and then it's going to count it from the table called actor. Count it from the table called actor. You see that it's 200. So this is what the count function does. It just counts for you. Here we saw that it counts all the number of rows in our film table. Here we're specific. We are not counting all the rows in the film table. We just want to count all the rows inside the length. That is all the movies. How many lengths do we have of movies? That is what we counted here. All the movies that have length, how many are they? That is what we use this select count length from film. So go inside this film table and tell us the number of films that have length. Then here, select count distinct actor ID. We looked at distinct keyword in the previous video. So it's counting distinct ID. So count and distinct can still work. You select your count, you put it inside the bracket, and then it's going to start from choosing distinct actor ID. Then it's going to use count on it from actor. So this is the possibilities of count, and I want you to actually go and practice it on other table. So in conclusion, this function is great for quickly understanding the size of data set. If you want to know the size of your data set, count function is your best friend. So tomorrow we are going to continue on our day 11. Please subscribe, like, share, comment. Thank you very much.